Hi guys, and welcome back to OQLIS Quick Reference Help. Today we will be exploring the tree map. So much like the pie chart, tree maps are typically used to visualize proportions. However, they can be more effective than pie charts, especially when dealing with a large number of categories. So I'll show you exactly what I mean by this. I've got some sales data on screen now. Specifically speaking, we are looking at the units sold grouped by region. So if you look here at the units sold column when we view it as raw data, you can see that most of the numbers are 7-digit numbers except for this last one here. Now that can create some difficulty for the viewer to really get a sense of how different these numbers are and how much they actually represent. Now if we plot it as a tree map, you can see that there's actually three categories, if you want to call it that. We've got our high-level contributors here, and then more mid-level contributors with these four, and then North America with our smallest level of contributor. This shows just how much more insight a simple tree map can provide than just viewing the raw data. So I'm going to show you another example with more categories now. I'm going to group by item type instead of by region. And if we look at the raw data again, you can see again everything is a 7-digit number. And like I said before, tree maps can be more effective at visualizing the proportions of data, especially when dealing with a large number of categories. So if we look at this on a pie chart, you can see it can be quite cluttered. And if we had even more categories in this, it would be almost unreadable. Now, if we plot it as a tree map, you can see it's a lot neater and a lot more readable for the viewer. So I'm going to go into the settings now. There's not many since a tree map is quite a basic chart. We have our chart title, which is the title that will be displayed on your dashboard. Color palette is just essentially the theme of colors that you'd like to use for your tree map. So here, if we change the color palette, you'll see the colors change. Palette mode is just, that also it creates different variations of your color palette. So you can see like so, it just changes it slightly but uses the same palette. And then color type, we have discrete, which makes distinct colors for each block. We have gradient, which uses one specific color and then creates a sort of color gradient with that color, either lighter or darker. And then if we look at parent field, this is generally used when creating more complex tree maps. That will be the field that you want to measure. Group field will be the field that you want to group by. So in this case, the parent field is unit sold and the group field is item type. And then this again is basically the same thing as parent field and group field for these two, but the reason these aren't filled in is because we only have one parent field and one group field, so it just assumes that they are the value field and the label field. When you start putting in more categories, these two will need to be filled out accordingly as well. And that is it for today. I look forward to seeing you in our next video.